Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Saturday the 12th of November. But first a quick recap. Well, profitable day. £5 staked and £13 back. But I think when you're betting in low stakes, it doesn't sound fantastic, but we've nearly tripled his money there. And it could have been very interesting. If you happen to notice the prices that I took, you will notice that the last price was absolutely outrageous. I thought at worst case it will go from, I think what I took was 17 to 2, and I was expecting at worst it could be 12s. It actually touched 50s, so yeah, it's a shame it didn't come in, but yeah, one leg let us down of the accumulator, but it's still a profitable day. So anyway, Saturday's bets are a bit complicated, so you have to bear with me. I'm going to go well, as quick as I can, but explain it as much as I can. So I've gone for Saturday's bets are an Eachway Trixie, and then all I've done is cover Cheltenham. I have left the other meetings. So what I have had is Eachway Doubles, Trebles, and accumulators on different horses where I've picked several, well, 2 in each race. So without getting too complicated, I've also had the regular over 2.5, over 3.5, over 4.5 goals trebles, and I've also had 2 separate bets of the sending offs that I have, the sending off doubles and trebles. But I'm going to get into it. But I will put all this in the comments. Sorry, not in the comments, in the description below the video. So I've been talking 2 minutes. Let's crack on with that. So £1 each way Trixie comes to £8. The first selection is scriptwriter at 100 to 30 in the 12.35 at Cheltenham, 4 places instead of 3. The trainer won it last year. He started very well with his novice hurdlers or his juvenile hurdlers this year. I think it's got a cracking chance. It came from, I think it was Aidan O'Brien's stable, only ran 4 times, and it looks a promising recruit. The second selection is Time Flies By at 9 to 1 in the 3.30 at Cheltenham, paying 5 places instead of 3. A Nicky Henderson horse, JP McManus owned. It's put up some really good Racing Post rating performances in the past, and I do think it's very well handicapped now, so I expect a decent run. I understand he's got 2 in the race. The final selection in the Trixie is Queen's Gamble at 11 to 4 in the 4 at Cheltenham, paying 4 places instead of 3. Well, Oliver Sherwood does get first time out bumper winners, but they normally win on pure talent alone because he hardly does anything with them. And the fact is keeping this horse to bumpers, and it was described by the Racing Post in the commentary. The final word was impressive. So I think this could be a really decent horse for Oliver Sherwood. So I know they're relatively short prices, but there are 3 horses that I think could run very well. So now it's going to get a little bit complicated. So basically, I've also had £1 each way treble takes the bet to a tenner on the same horses. So let's get into the each way doubles, trebles, and 4-folds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in reuse selections, and then I'll talk you through it. So let's go. So I'll click on reuse selections. So let's go up to the bet slip. In fact, it's more complicated this way. I was looking at it earlier on. At least they're in order here. So let's get into it. So basically they are 15 pence each way doubles, 10 pence each way trebles, and 5 pence each way 4-folds. So the first two selections in the 10 past 1 at Cheltenham, they are Big Nasty and Castle Robin, and I've left them to SP. The second part is 2 horses in the 220 at Cheltenham, Dayran Dikajak and Galahad Quest. The third legs are Ernesto and Forecast in the 255 at Cheltenham, and finally in the 3:30 at Cheltenham. Forever William and time flies by. So all you do, you add all those horses to your bet slip, and then you add them basically 15 pence each way doubles, 10 pence each way trebles, and 5 pence each way accumulator, or reduce the stakes accordingly. And then, so look away. So this bet is doubles and trebles, and I have had 28 pence doubles and 5 pence trebles, and this is on sendings off in the matches. If a player happens to get sent off, generally in the Premiership, because I think there's the odd match in the Championship and below between now and Christmas. In the Premiership, I'm pretty sure they won't play again. If it's a straight red, they won't play again till about the 5th of January. So what a break that could be if that's what's on the mind. But these aren't the matches, it's in the Premiership. So I'm going to get into it. So all you do basically is go to the matches, and the matches are Cardiff versus Sheffield United, Newport versus Stockport County, and West Brom versus Stoke. And all you need to do is go to the market, go to the cards market, click on a player sent off, scroll down, click on each team a player sent off, and add all 6 selections to your bet. Then all you're doing is 28 pence doubles and 5 pence trebles, and these are very tasty bets. So I'm going to get into the Paddy Power bet now. So so I've also had the same bet on Paddy Power. The good thing about Paddy Power is the last time I had this bet, they actually give you a cash out option in running, which is great because if something happens during the match, they can offer you a crazy amount for a cash out. So basically what I've had is I've had 3 teams, and all I've had in this one is both teams to have a red card. It's an extremely rare event, but if you can actually get, I've had singles, doubles, and a treble. So I've had 50p win singles on the Forest versus Crystal Palace match. Both teams have a red card. Bournemouth versus Everton. Both teams to have a red card, 50p single. And Tottenham versus Leeds. Both teams to have a red card, 50p single. Then I've had a 50p treble, which returns 15 grand. It's unlikely, as I keep saying, it's extremely unlikely to come up. But if it happens in one of the matches, they can quite easily give you, because obviously if it happens in one of the matches, you've then got £17 £17 going on each of the other matches, which it'll give you a very tasty cash out option, or it did last time I had the bet. Then I also included them in a 75 pence Trixie. Same teams. And then I've had the regular over 2.5 goals, over 3.5 goals, and over 4.5 goals trebles. So in the main football bet, a £6 over 2.5 goals treble, the Bournemouth match, the Norwich match, and the Rochdale match. I have also had a £2.75 over 3.5 goals bet, the same matches, Bournemouth match, Norwich match, and the Rochdale match. And I've also had a £1.25 over 4.5 goals bet. Same teams, the Bournemouth match, the Norwich match, and the Rochdale match. As you can see, there they are. So I apologise for all the possible confusion. You might have to watch the video again. Take your time with it. But yeah, those are all my bets. You decide what you want to do. You may not want to follow me, but obviously you're watching this video for a reason. It may take some time, or what you could do is, I like the look of all the selections that I've had. If you fancy a horse, what I've picked, have that by yourself and put your own kind of bet on. But obviously, if I have a fantastic day, it'll be a bit awkward. Well, it won't be awkward for me because obviously I'll be explaining what I've had and the returns. But if you decide to go against me, What I would recommend is, if you don't normally have this stake, have all the bets that I've had, but reduce the stakes massively, but in proportion to what I've had. So if you don't, I haven't worked out how much it comes to you yet, but I'd guess it's about 40 quidish. So if you don't normally put that much on and you want £20 on for the day, put half of everything, every single stake that I've had. Then you've matched me bet for bet, but obviously your stakes are 50% lower than mine, so you'll only be spending 20 odd pound. So anyway, you decide what you want to do. These are the selections that I've had. You can cherry pick them if you want to. So, but anyway, whatever you decide to do on Saturday, have the very best. Well, I wish you the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.